read your book. I have some notes. But last week you talked about how you've healed mentally, but how are you feeling physically? Because in your book you talk extensively about the damage that was done to your neck. How's that feeling right now, huh?
First of all, Becky, thank you for reading my book. I did not read yours.
Ha! Gotcha!
Get ready! Who said get ready? Get ready for the worst raw review on the internet. The worst raw review on the internet. STRAWS raw with Eric B and Randy C. Chickens or bananas and fresh roast beef. This is STRAWS raw.
Hello, friends, listeners, and newcomers. It's me, Eric B. They call me the Raw Dog. And you are listening to STRAWS Raw, the absolute worst or best Raw review on the internet, depending on where you look us up. Folks, thank you so much for joining us for another great week and installment of the show. And I do mean us, because always I am going to be joined by somebody talking about something, and you know who it is. It's the man with the plan. It is the PIC, the puppy in crime. His name is Randy C. Randy, what's up, brother?
It's hard to explain puns to kleptomaniacs because they always take things literally. Hey, Eric B. Hey, everybody. It is me, Randy C. Eric B. there, too. Being a pain in the ass as usual this morning, but he's there. But that's okay, because that's why I like Eric B. But as usual, we are powered by something other than Spider-Man. We are powered by interiorplants.ca. Do you want your home or business more beautiful? Go to interiorplants.ca and let the doctor of Planomics help you out. That's interiorplants.ca. Pure Fandom, your home for all things pro wrestling and lucha libre memorabilia, from replica masks, championships belts, and pulp cultural accessories for your cosplay. That's Pure Fandom. They can be found on YouTube at Pure Fandom 416, or on Instagram at Pure Fandom Shop, or Pure Fandom Shop 416. Pure Fandom asks, what's your fandom? I know mine. Eric knows his. Can't say it here. But what's your fandom? We're also powered by the Smack Daddies, the home of the best SmackDown review on the internet. Join Brad the Dad and Father, Greg Feltham, as they go through each week's WWE SmackDown review. They tell you what they like. Well, Brad does. They tell you what they dislike. Well, Greg does. Then they combine it all together and they give you the Smack Daddies. You can follow them on the grams or on all social media. Just look up the Smack Daddies, or you can follow them here on the Hub, Sports Entertainment, on all your podcasting platforms. We're also powered by THT, the handshaking team. My buddy here, Eric Blondon, has weekly cheap eats, has weekly wheels of misfortune. And this week on the handshaking team, Eric B has a special here, a special little spotlight feature product, and it is his hand. His hand is a special feature. Just, you can win it. You can win it. No, it's not that. It is Eric Bischoff from the Monday Night War, WWE versus WCW. That's a great figure. Eric, he has a suit. You never told me about him. But you can find the handshaking team at www.facebook.com/the handshaking team, where you could be one of the winners. You could be misfortunate like I have been a couple of times, or you might win something on the cheapie. That's facebook.com/the handshaking team. And last but not least, we are powered by Chiquita Bananas. Why, Monroe?
Monkeys never collapse.
Monkeys never cramp. And I want to be powered by Savannah Banana soon. Just as Eric will be plugging another little puppet that he's wanting for his birthday by the end of October. This guy is really geeking out over it, and it's like he's obsessed with it. He's on a constant reminder, like I'm his wife or something. I got to buy it for him for his birthday or something. But yeah, please explain, Eric, to the fine people on what you're wanting as of late.
I meant a lot of things, Randy, a lot of things, but we're not going to talk about all of those things on said, platform today. I've mentioned this one time to you. One time that I wanted it. Just once even. Yes, I added an H there, folks, even though it didn't exist. I added it anyways. This is how much of a pain in the ass I am being today. And all I want for Christmas, birthday, anniversary, divorce, present, whatever it has to be, is a Demonito puppet. And I don't think that makes me wrong. I think that I'm justified in this want, Randy. And I think that you making me feel like a demon myself for wanting a Demonito is just demonic.
Well, Rob Arbick, what do you think? Gimpy Mitchell, Jason Mitchell, tell us what you think below. Should Eric B be able to get this a Demonito puppet? A puppet, we're going to say. A
fully licensed Demonito puppet that is available from WWE Shop Canada. Go to shopwwe.ca, I believe it is. We are not powered by them, but hopefully they send me a puppet by the end of this. And that Demonito is available in 4 equal payments as well. Interest-free, Randy. Interest-free. I mean, if you ask me, that's just a home run. Hit it out of the park, just like your Blue Jays have been doing recently, bud.
Yeah, especially in Canada, but the Blue Jays won't tariff us or duty us afterwards. But yeah, no, they have been hitting out of the park. Hey, the Blue Jays down at the Sky. Are they in the Sky? Yes, they are in the Sky.
And they ain't losing any feathers on the top of their heads. That's for sure. They are still at the head of the race, so to speak.
Speaking about not losing any feathers, WrestlePalooza is coming up, eh? You excited for it?
I am ready to palooze. I am ready for some WrestlePalooza as much as Cody Rhodes is. This thing is just coming completely out of nowhere. And I don't know if you know it, Randy, but you can go online to shopwwe.ca and you can purchase a WWE ESPN branded t-shirt. Why would anybody want this? I don't know, but it's literally just a massive ESPN logo on the front and a WWE logo on the back.
Nice. And all 4 easy payments for that one as well?
Eric, I don't know. I think ESPN wants that money up front. Maybe it's a monthly subscription kind of thing. They'll send you you're paying for it, folks. An ESPN branded t-shirt for your WWE needs all month long, all year long even. Randy, that actually just leads me to believe that there's going to be like a ton of people wearing those t-shirts in the crowds. Plants, celebrities, all that good fun stuff.
Shout out to the t-shirt cannon. To all the fine folks at WrestlePalooza.
Is that going to be a new thing? Is that going to be a new thing for WWE? Just imagine they go full on halftime show and we have t-shirt cannons. Cheerleaders were a little bit beyond that point, but like what else would be like the WWE, let's say not halftime, but like intermission show? What would be like the acts in a WWE intermission show?
I was going to talk to you about this later after the mascot challenge. So instead Instead, in turn, you get all like the B-rated or the undercard guys in a battle royal versus children.
Like the Hamilton Honey Badger,
Yeah, like the Hamilton Honey Badger or whatever it may be, or the B-rated
Brampton Honey Badger, or whatever
Brampton
it
Honey
was.
Badger, and then you get all the children and you have a battle royal.
Oh
Huh?
man, shout out to the Brampton Honey Badger. You are a true king of this sport. Honestly, that is a reference that maybe not a lot of you guys are going to get, and that's fine. That's completely
Well,
fine
no,
with me and
I,
Randy.
I'm
We
I'm,
lived it.
I'm using relevance to it because the annual mascot halftime show was during the Denver Bronco Indianapolis Colts game this weekend, where the mascots face the children, and I
Oh,
always
that's
love
the
seeing that.
best.
It is
Yeah,
the
it's
best.
it's the best. It's the best when the mascots go full on psycho mode and start just plowing those kids down.
Horse collaring and clotheslining, and it's great.
Couple power bombs every now and then. Like we said, folks, this is a wrestling show, but we're going to talk about other things sometimes. It doesn't mean that wrestling doesn't make its way back into life, you know? Doesn't make it
Speaking
doesn't.
about, speaking about, sorry, I apologize.
Go ahead.
But speaking about, you're gonna go somewhere this weekend where the best wrestle. You're going to AEW All Out, eh? You got a little media credential. You excited there, pal? The best
I'm
wrestle there.
I am so thrilled. They have the absolute best talent in all of professional wrestling. Randy, you son of a bitch, you had to do that. But anyways, yes, I am going to All Out. I have media credentials. And folks, tell me right now in the comments, when you are listening to this episode, what should I ask Tony Khan at the press conference? Just give me like legit answer questions, please. Legit. Let's just keep this like real for once. I know we like to joke around on the show a lot,
Yeah, and seriously,
but
no, Sean Burkhead. Yeah, you normally have a lot of questions, and Arbik and Gimpy and everybody that's been coming on YouTube. Tell Eric
I don't
what he
know if
should
I can.
do.
I don't know if I can ask the questions Gimpy's gonna ask. He's gonna be like, "What about dem dare figures? When did dem dare?" Oh, sorry, I'm just
One
joking.
of them, their figures gonna be coming out. Them there. You want a pair of socks? No, yeah,
Oh
you
yeah,
should.
I know. You know what? I am gonna tell Gimpy for sure to brand some socks for me, and those puppies are definitely going on the toesies of Hangman Adam Page. But yes, folks, all out weekend in Toronto, and then there's also a massive show September to remember happening in London as well on Wednesday.
That's
So
right.
that is going to be a big Ontario situation going on. Nice little Canada tour there.
That's it. And if you want to get your tickets, go to ticketmaster.ca and just look up AEW All Out, and AEW September to Remember.
Yeah, check out Game Time too. Game Time's a really good app if you're looking at for last minute ticks. Anyways, we're not sponsored by any of these companies, but we'd like to be. You could hit us up. You could give us some free tickets. Randy's looking forward to this banana burlesque show coming out, which is going to be very appealing to all. Anyways, Rand, yeah, that's my joke of the week.
Very good. That wasn't too good.
No, no.
Speaking about jokes of the week, my oldest boy is getting married this week. No,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
playing. That is no joke, please. Yes, Cody, congratulations, and Sam. You're the last person that I ever thought would get married, just because of your views and everything else like that. But I'm proud you're going to be my first. And Sam, you're an amazing person. So congratulations to you both. If you are listening, I highly doubt you are, but
Probably not. Probably not. But whether Cody believes in the spaghetti monster in the sky or not, Randy, we are completely down with his wedding. So congratulations to Cody and Sam as you celebrate your big weekend here coming up with Randy as well. He's gonna be there.
what
Yeah.
about did you have anything happen this week?
Anything happened?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like the word. I mean, like not exactly the best way to spend a Sunday morning or a Sunday in general, but yeah, as you guys know, I've got a Greyhound, a lovely, soon-to-be 12-year-old Greyhound rescue, and we went out for a morning walk, and the guy was just walking right by a fence, and he got snagged by something, and sure enough, I looked down, and the guy's got a massive wire from the fence hooked through the webbing of his foot, completely pierced it. I had to literally yank it more or less out the same way it came in. It was atrocious. And during this whole time, the dog, of course, instinctively is trying to protect himself. So he's biting my hand because he thinks that I'm hurting him. That being said, that happened on Sunday. It is now Tuesday morning at the time of recording, and it looks a lot better than I expected it to. But dude, he's just got like a massive hole in his webbing of his paw in between his toes. But he's a champion. The guy, honestly, it was funny. I was talking to a friend about this yesterday. 3 out of 4 of this guy's paws have experienced some type of trauma at some point, and he just keeps on kicking. So, yeah,
Well,
we're doing all right.
we all hope Harley gets heals up soon for him and your sake. But speaking about massive holes, are you ready
Yes.
to talk about this week's WWE episode from the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield, Massachusetts?
Oh man, that's a lot of mass going on. And yes, folks, this is Springfield, Massachusetts, the home of the Simpsons, or not. You never know. There's a lot of Springfields, but it will be referenced tonight on the show. There's going to be a lot of thing for all of us good nerds listening and watching the show today on Monday Night Raw. Lots of fun references, Randy. Lots of Spider-Man, right? Powered by Spider-Man. Yeah.
Spider-Man.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, we are here Monday Night Raw starting at 7 p.m. now just to deal with everything going on in the world of football. With that being said, Monday Night Football had 2 games this week starting 7 o'clock and 10?
8:30.
8, was it? No.
I don't know. It was a little earlier. I watched Bill Tony, to be honest with you, but
There you go. There you go. Anyways, Joe Tessitore and Corey Graves again, folks. It seems like Michael Cole has also been granted some vacation time, so don't believe what you see on the internet. But yeah, it's what's funny, Randy? When we were watching the Attitude Era, it seemed like we always had the exact same people there on the mic, right? We always had JR and we always had Jerry the King, and these guys probably never got any vacation. Is this like a sign of the times to show that our announcers are getting a couple weeks vacation time now?
about time. Yes, it's good. They're trying to be a little nicer to their employees. They're not
There you
getting
go.
any more HR issues.
There you go. Well, you knew who else is trying to be a lot more nicer recently? John freaking Cena, and he is here in his home state. He is in the place where he played college football as a linesman. Shout out to the linesmen out there. We never, ever get any accolades. Nobody cares about us. I also played left guard. I don't know if he played left guard, but I played left guard. And I'll tell you, Randy, you get no love as an offensive lineman.
Try to be a
You never
kicker.
kicker. Oh well, come on, man. If your name is Dicker and you're a kicker, then you've already won. That's as far as I'm concerned, and that's as deep as I'm going to go into it. But anyways, yes, John Cena is here, folks, and it's just a full-on love fest. His friends, his family, they're all in the crowd, and he's going to talk about the one beast that he has never taken down, and that is Brock freaking Lesnar. And he wants to take his ass out at WrestlePalooza. No, he doesn't say that necessarily. But yeah, it's kind of like a bland promo here for Cena. Just thank you, everybody. Thank you for being my fans. And I'm going to take out Brock Lesnar at WrestlePalooza this weekend.
That's it. It was pretty slow, and he invited all his friends for him just to come out and talk, and friends and family and teammates and former babysitters. I have no clue. But for not even Brock to come out and beat him up or do anything, it was kind of weird. But yes,
You definitely expected, with everything being that love friendly and just full on face in that promo, that Brock was gonna sneak in with some torn jeans and just wreck house. I think that Brock needs to keep the torn jeans look. What do you think?
yeah, no, definitely do that. Definitely do that. And if you want to know more about that, check out the Smack Daddy episode, Blue Underwear, that was done this last Friday from the
There you
Smack
go.
Daddies. But Yeah, the crowd definitely did not like Brock Lesnar. The chants were going crazy.
Well, I mean, speaking about blue underwear, no, quickly, we got to go into the back here. We're in the back. It's Adam Pearce, and he's there with Jey Uso and LA Knight, and these guys just can't get along recently. LA Knight needs a partner tonight, and you know who he wants just to rub it in the face of Jay. He wants his broski. He wants Jimmy Uso. Yeet or no yeet?
Kind of bad, eh? Like LA Knight has no friends. He could pick. I already automatically thought, why Jimmy out of all of them? Like you could pick anybody else.
You got like literally okay, so there's two different points of the night when you wonder like what's going on with the friendships of some of the people on the roster for sure, and this is definitely one of them. LA Knight completely a loner here on Monday Night Raw, has no allies besides Jay, who, speared him into a
Jesus.
chair.
Exactly. AJ Styles is available. He's hanging out with LWO. Come on, LA Knight and AJ would be a lot better than, like, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. They also have some ties to some past promotions as well, so that'd be kind of interesting if you had that there. But yeah, that's one of a couple of moments here. Anyways, first match of the night here is Roxanne Perez versus Lyra. This is Raw Valkyria, who's literally on our screen every single week now, Randy. Like I said, she is the new JD McDonough of Monday Night Raw. We're going to see her wrestle every single week. And what do you think about that, Randy? You think that it's nifty or you think that it's grifty?
Neither. They're trying to choke me with this. And I'm not saying anything like I'm not gonna put down Lyra anymore because the more if I put it down, they are gonna shove it in my face. So that being said,
But it worked with Naomi. It worked with Naomi when I did it for years. So
yeah,
now,
but in turn, man, I'm not saying she's not a good wrestler because she definitely is. She's probably one of the better ladies or even wrestlers in general that are on. It's just that she has no. It doesn't seem her personality and her charisma isn't coming over, and that's the majority of WWE style of wrestling these days, anyway.
I think it's really a lack of confidence more than anything else here.
Confidence. That's a good word.
Because, like you said, if you go back to the NXT days, she definitely looked like she was ready and primed for the main roster. And then now when she comes to the main roster, there's been numerous matches where she just looks a step behind her opponent. You've seen numerous moments where you're like, that's maybe a little sloppy. That's very close to the B word, the butch word. But yeah, there's just like you said, just trying to choke you out with it here. Anyways, out of all things that happen here, believe it or not, the crazy thing to believe that Roxanne Perez would be pinned tonight by Lyra Valkyria. Randy, that definitely was not on your bingo card.
No, definitely coming from a roll up to conversion into the Nightwing pin.
A little nifty, a little nifty conversion.
Yeah, but no, like just no, right? We did see this roll up conversion to something else all night tonight too. So I don't know if
Yeah.
the producers are all sitting back there and talking to each other. I think a roll up to this and roll up to Nightwing. What about a roll up to a Mexican destroyer? What about
The theme of the night, honestly, was let's set up the moves as strangely as possible to ensure that the crowd does not see it coming. Because there was numerous points where after moves were hit, and you do get that massive shock factor from the crowd, and you can see it when they all jump up. Those Springfieldians, honestly, it must not take a lot to shock or surprise people in Springfield, Massachusetts. But yeah, they were definitely having a good time in that crowd tonight there, man. I don't want to say raucous. It seemed like they were having like a very PG good time.
Yes, it was a good time. Yeah, they definitely were a little louder or wanted their chance to be heard. But
Yes.
Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez, it was good. It was a good match for what it was. I'd give it a
Bananas?
3.5 bananas. A 3.5 bananas. It's a passing rating. For the match itself. What happened afterwards? Please explain. I don't know about.
Post match, we have a beat down here by the Judgment Day onto Lyra Valkyria, and her feathers are all over the place until we have the save by the returning Bailey. Bailey has been all over social media, showing off her pipes, showing off her gains, and she looks good as she's on her way back here to the ring to take out the two ladies who are beating down Lyra. But then she looks at Lyra like, what's going to happen between the two of them? Bailey runs out now like a psychopath, starts running around hugging Joe Tessitore and Corey Graves and the ring announcer as well. And
Jessica Carr.
Jessica Carr jumps up on her. Randy, you can tell desperately that WWE wanted to do this return when Michael Cole was there to have that hug between Bailey and Michael Cole, because that would have made just so much more of an impact than everything else that happened post match. Even Alicia Taylor looked super confused. I think we were all very confused by this.
A lot of people not in the know.
It's a tweener character that you have here between NXT and WWE. She's definitely doing this thing where she's going crazy in the background. And Randy, it seems like after WWE has seen the success of the Naomi character and her really going crazy, they're like, now we got room for one more person to lose their mind on the roster.
Exactly.
Let's go with Bailey.
Exactly. Like I said, we keep saying it week after week. These male, female, genders, same roles, same storylines realistically in the background happening. I'm not understanding it.
Anyways, Bailey's back. People are excited for it, I guess, but we really don't know where it's going. We really don't know where it's going. We're going to see more of that later on this evening.
Speaking about crazies.
Anyways, yeah, Stephanie Vaquer is in the back, and her and Io Sky have signed their contract for WrestlePalooza. Here comes the Kabuki Warriors. Asuka with some crazy paint on her face. I think it's a metal snake. And she says that Kyrie is going to take on Steph Vaquer tonight. Should be fun. Should be fun, right? No?
Yeah,
Yes.
no, definitely should be.
I like Kyrie Sane's cute little bunny punches that she throws while she walks away. That's kind of cute. I like that. I like Kyrie Sane. But yes, she's always good, man. She is good. I don't want to say she's underutilized because she's used well in the positions that she is in. Anyways,
Awesome. Crazy, another crazy person.
Oh yeah, just a little too much crazy on the roster going on right now. You're absolutely right. If you have crazy Asuka who's about to lose her mind on Kyrie eventually too, and Bailey who just seems that she's going to lose her mind on everybody while pretending to be their friends or like kind of snapping from this manic mode that it looks like they're trying to play with her. I don't know what we're going to do with that. Anyways, LA Knight is in the back, and here's Jimmy Uso again. He wants to make sure that Jimmy won't screw him like Jay. Jimmy says, listen, Oos, I can't wrestle with you tonight, Oos. I got to wrestle with my Oos on the weekend, and just tells him he's got to find another partner. So, continuing that storyline and that saga, Randy, of finding that partner. That one friend for LA Knight, just looking for one friend in the world. He's going to go on Tinder Friends soon to try to find somebody to be his buddy. He needs
Penta. Penta could have done it, but well, no.
No. Penta is too busy being best friends with the biker mice from Mars.
Yeah, that's just friends. Another friend relationship makes so much sense. Penta and the biker mice from Mars. Nothing says lucha libre like bikers.
All right, Kofi King, the time of Lucha Libre here in Penta. Kofi Kingston versus Penta up next. Yes, folks. Go ahead, sorry.
I want you to introduce this out. Did you hear what happened to Kofi Kingston last week?
Kofi or Xavier?
It was Kofi.
No, I saw Xavier had that hemoglobin removed from the back of his head.
It was actually, was it Xavier?
Yeah.
I
that's
think
why
it was Kofi because I just read it.
No,
Okay.
It was Xavier. That's why he didn't wrestle at AAA also, because it was supposed to be the New Day originally, and that's why Grayson Waller stepped in. So even the best part about
it was
now,
Xavier. Sorry, Somebody else.
The
Like
best part
Kofi.
about this now is they can even play this off that Xavier had that injury from taking the Mexican Destroyer. So that's what he
Yes.
did in kayfabe. But yeah, kudos to Xavier who got that surgery done in the morning and then jumped in a plane, flew halfway across the country just to show up there for AAA. So that was pretty crazy. But yeah,
That makes big sense on why that big hat fit on his head during that period of time. Now a smaller hat is sitting on his head, right? So, yeah,
maybe
best wishes,
it was
get
the
well soon.
hat. Maybe it was the $16,000 grieving hat that did it.
Maybe.
You never know. It's always possible.
So I
But
apologize.
anyways, it's okay, Randy. You don't have to apologize, Randy, because you are the man. Penta, WWE has cut his fireworks budget a little bit. I don't know if you've noticed that. That circular firework ring behind him has now been turned into a screen behind him instead. Maybe that was just because there was no stage tonight. I feel like that's also something to note as well, is there was no stage and it was just a small screen kind of set up in a Royal Rumble format. Same way with the ramp, right, Randy? It took a long time for some of these guys to get to the ring.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no big, a little small Titantron side Titantron there.
Yeah, the arena was packed. That's why it was all people. It's all people instead of stage. They put as many people in there as possible. And apparently, the cost of these John Cena's final shows are just skyrocketing up and up and up. It's not only resell, it's WWE doing it as well. Just massive, massive money going into these John Cena farewell dates.
That's right.
Anyways, back to the match. Randy's favorite is there, folks. It's Penta, and he is no slouch. He knows what to do. He knows what Randy likes, and he knows that Randy likes seeing limited Zero Miedos. I feel like Penta might be listening recently, Randy, because it seems like he is cutting back a little bit. Even his opponents seem to be doing it more than he is.
It's good.
It's good. That's all he cares about is
Yeah.
zero miedos at the
That's
end of
it.
the match. That's all that he cares about. Anyways, Penta with some massive chops here to everybody. At one point, Grayson Waller even gets one on the outside. We got Kofi Kingston at one point. It's just so funny how the SOS used to be like his finisher move, and now he does it as just a transition move, and he never gets a pin out of it. But he nails it at one point to a 2 count, and Trouble in Paradise is here now. Blocked, super kick to the face. Woods is trying to distract so Waller can come in. Only Penta comes back with a crazy springboard Canadian destroyer for the pin here. The crowd is stunned by what they just witnessed with this move. Absolutely stunned. You can see one guy jump up and he's got the biggest O face for like 5 minutes. Nice finish here to the match, Randy. As much as you don't like Penta, that was a nice finish.
Well, again, we just saw it the last match. Kofi tries to do a roll up as Penta is kicking out of the roll up. He rolls up against the rope and does that flip for the Canadian Destroyer.
Pretty
Fuck
cool.
Penta. No, I'm playing. I just not a fan of Penta. Penta needs Phoenix back. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, no, this match was all right. I will give this match. It wasn't as bad as I'm saying it is, people. I'm sorry. It wasn't too bad. But I will give this match a 3 banana rating. A 3 banana rating out of 5. The wrestling was good today. So
Yeah.
I will say that. So yes, it wasn't bad.
After losing to Rusev, he also needed this win, where Kofi Kingston doesn't need any wins anytime soon.
Oh, he does need wins, man. The guy's a former heavyweight champion, dude. You can't say he doesn't need wins. I don't think he's won since, when was it, 2008? When
It's
no.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. I think he was still talking with a Jamaican accent when he was winning at that point. Anyways, yes, we continue on with the show, and that includes Jey Uso on the phone, bumping into Jimmy Uso, tells him about the whole LA Knight situation. Jey does not like it, and now Jimmy doesn't like the fact that he is trying to boss him around. He don't see no Ula Fala around his neck. You know what's funny, Randy? When these two stand together, you actually see how much bigger Jimmy is than Jey. Like taller, size wise, everything. He's Big Jim for a reason, folks, not just what else is going on there with him and Naomi. But yeah, he doesn't like it. And for that reason, he's just going to screw around with him just because. Listen, bro, you don't boss me around. So I am going to go ahead and do what I'm going to do, like it or not. This Honestly, Randy, this whole angle of will he or won't he, will he or won't he, Jimmy is going to be with LA Knight or he's not going to be with LA Knight. It took the whole show to figure this out.
Yep.
And it seemed like it was the only thing going on in the background.
Yep. Except for one thing. But yeah.
I guess so. I guess so. I guess so.
In the
Anyways, yeah, in the background, exactly. Well, anyways, post break, Jimmy bumps into LA Knight, and yes, he will now be his tag team partner. Finally, the answer that we needed almost an hour and a half into Monday Night Raw. Wonderful. Here comes Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch for a chat. You know that means that CM Punk and AJ Lee are going to be skipping behind very soon. AJ Lee and CM Punk both wearing AJ Lee inspired gear. Just gear. Let's just say gear. What am I talking about? Maybe AJ Lee is wearing CM Punk's jeans. Those are some pretty big jeans. Pretty big jeans.
And CM Punk's shirt was a little small, going up to his abs. No,
a little too much. A little too much. CM Punk is trying to do a little bit too much here in front of his wife during her return with the tiny shirts, with the ridiculous ways of getting out of the ring. I think that it's 2 weeks in a row before this where the guy almost broke his back just getting out of the ring. but yes. Anyways, yeah, they're going to have a chat. And guess what, folks? WrestlePalooza. This is definitely the theme of the show tonight, Randy. Everything we are leading up to is WrestlePalooza. But the angle here now that Becky Lynch and Seth are playing with AJ's return is, Punk, you're going to be blaming yourself for this. You brought yourself into a serious feud. You brought your wife along with you. You entered a blood feud before for a bracelet, and now you're going to see what happens to your precious, precious wife. I do like that angle. I do like that angle where CM Punk could seriously lose something that is very important to him, and to see where CM Punk goes after that. So, Randy, this promo almost led me to believe that Becky and Seth might or probably will be walking away with the W here after WrestlePalooza. What do you think?
I'm not too sure. Like, I guess you described halfway up to the promo so far. I don't know if you could do that. It doesn't really make a difference on either way who wins, to be honest with you. But I loved this. Like, I loved all of it.
Did you like the Puerto Rican part? The New Jersey Puerto Rican might have to shank a bitch sometime part?
Yep.
Yeah, I did like
Matt
that.
Grant. I like the book. Thank you for reading my book. I didn't read yours.
Constipated face? You like constipated face?
Yeah. I liked the play with you using your wife as a human shield, and then when AJ slaps Seth, and then Seth looks at Becky, and Becky steps back. I actually thought it was pretty brilliant. I was like, what the hell are they doing? Why is Becky stepping back? Like, you don't do that. And then getting out of the ring. But it was a brilliant little ploy to segregate Miss AJ so Becky could lay her out. And I enjoyed it. Like, for a promo, this is probably a really, really good promo. CM Punk putting over his wife like he should. It is not about him. So as an intergender promo, which we haven't seen in a while, I think the last time was with Miz and Maurice. And who were they facing? Who is Miz and Maurice? It was Cena and Nikki, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a long time.
That was a long time. So I'll give this a 4 banana rating for a promo. That's a passing rating. CM Punk putting over his wife, wearing his wife's gear, blah, blah, this and that. It was good. And kudos to Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch has been the one piece in this whole thing together to make it funny and interesting. So
yeah. No, she's definitely been very funny without even trying to be
Oh
effortlessly. And
yeah.
even when she was just stepping away when Seth was like, I got somebody to hit you for me. And then Becky just slowly backed out. But like you said, it was all a ploy just to separate the two so she could come back, take out AJ Lee, and like I said, start rubbing it into CM Punk's face. This is your wife, this is your most precious asset, your irreplaceable diamond gem of a wife, and I am going to destroy her and her precious neck as well. The precious neck thing I like bringing up.
I'm really disappointed they didn't mention one thing though. Guess.
What's that?
Guess.
Larry.
Yes, Larry. There's four things precious, but Larry's name was on the bracelet too, if I remember.
This is true. This is true. Yes. But yes, Larry definitely should have been mentioned. But you know what? He was probably in the back producing the whole segment, as he has been since the return. He's there in gorilla position. I think they're going to have to rename it, folks, to Larry position. No, probably not. Probably not. But anyways, moving on forward, Randy, over the weekend, Randy, Dominic Mysterio won the AAA Mega title. He has brought it back to WWE, and we have the AAA Mega title on screen here, along with the Intercontinental title. Dominic Mysterio just continues to rise like a superstar up the charts as fast as he possibly can. This is 3 or 4 years now into this massive reign that this guy has had. And I mean, the only thing that he really hasn't held is a world's title in WWE, which is coming. I don't know if it's coming in 2026, maybe 2027, but don't be surprised if it happens sometime next year.
Very good point. Very good point. Yes. Looking like a star, being the best Mysterio out there. And Worlds Collide, what a fun show it was.
Yes.
Accumulating to Dominic beating a Viking. But it was overall a great show in every single way. So, yeah, now Dominic being the greatest Mysterio, a belt that Rey Mysterio's never held. So, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. So off screen in WWE Universe Worlds later on, they do show a clip where Mysterio's in the back kind of after what happens because they start hearing a sound happening in the background, and it is the New Day attacking Penta, and they are ran off by the best friends, the War Raiders, who come to save Penta because they are such good buddies. But after, like on YouTube right now, you can see that Rusev came up and, you know, had a standoff with Dom. They're obviously heading in towards a match there for his Intercontinental title. So who knows? We might get that next week on Raw or a week after that.
Oh, no. No.
Anyways, Dominic doesn't want to talk about El Grande Americano, but we want to talk about El Grande Americano versus Dragon Lee. It is the next match of the night. El Grande Americano is looking more grande as moments go on. Randy, just a massive cape, a whole Ole Ole theme song, which I feel like WWE wants people to Ole along with, and I don't think that we're there yet.
Not here. The AAA. We are. Like, I'm definitely, I would have laid all the way out. But
not everybody.
AAA definitely are really liking this gimmick and character more. But I don't know. I enjoy it. I know you do.
Same thing goes for Dragon Lee and AAA too. Dragon Lee looked like an absolute beast in the weekend here in his match for AAA. He looked incredible. He really did. And I'm not to say that he doesn't look incredible on WWE product. Again, it just, there seems to be some type of massive disconnection. And I don't know.
Alberto El Patron is the greatest thing in AAA history. And that's all I got to say. It's just weird. Right?
Yeah. This is true, and they still love him. They still loved him until he retired. Is he more or less retired now, or just WWE doesn't want anything to do with him, so he's not there?
I presume the latter.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, yeah, Dragon Lee is there, and he also has a really cool friend, which we're going to see later tonight because everybody needs really cool friends that don't make any sense. But
Right.
yeah, we're going to see that. Anyways, a nice little lucha libre match between these two, including El Grande Americano, who is as lucha as they come, my friend. And yeah, Kaiser, whoever it is, I don't know. Kaiser posted a picture of him standing with El Grande Americano. So
Can't be
I don't
there.
know what I don't know what to think anymore, Randy. My
I don't
world is
know.
shattered. My universe is completely shattered.
Chad Gable got the gross stent
Yeah, yeah,
implants.
yeah, yeah. Exactly.
When we said
Exactly.
it's Chad Gable before, you know what I'm saying? I just like, I don't know.
Anyways, okay. Well, eventually, El Grande Americano is going to draw out AJ Styles, who is the best friend of Dragon Lee, it seems. Styles takes out one of multiple El Grande Americanos, but here comes a third El Grande Americano, Tornado DDT, and Styles right there on the floor. He is no longer an asset to this match. It means Dragon Lee, his best friend, is all by himself. But, anyways, whatever. The original El Grande Americano grabs him. There's just too many El Grande Americanos. We're on 3 El Grande Americanos here in the same match, right? Grabs for a choke with the knees in the back to Lee, and he gets the win here. 10 minutes into the match. Post match, we have a hilarious meme moment when all 3 El Grande Americanos point at each other.
That's it. Funny. This guy match was great. Wins with the camel clutch,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The camel clutch. Americans using the camel clutch that are not Americans, and now all 3 of them in mass. What do you call? I know you know Spanish a little. What is the Spanish word for machine? Is it like mechanic or mechano or something like that? Not mechano. That is so. I'm sorry, people out there. What's the
Máquina.
machina?
El Máquina.
So the a machina
El
Americana.
Máquina de Americano.
There you go. The machines.
The Americano
So-
machines.
Yes, that's what I place these guys as. And there's more to come. I guarantee you there will be more to come, and there should be a whole band of them. I love
By
it.
WrestleMania,
so.
the walkout is just going to be the entire ramp laced with all different Americanos. And the thing is, it's not going to be extras. It's all going to be different Americano characters. And we still have room for Omos. We still have room for Omos, WWE.
Oh, yeah.
It still can happen. That's all I am saying. And you would have no idea who he is as soon as he puts on the mask. It's just like Superman.
But
As
he's
soon as he puts
American
on
though,
that
isn't
cape-
he? What country is he from?
Yeah, he might be American. You're
It
absolutely
can't
right on that.
work, man. They gotta get. I don't know. I would love that. That would be so good.
Great
But we
Khali out of retirement.
Oh God. You say he has to get to the ring, right? He literally take 3 steps, the match would be over. He'd take 3 steps back. He'd turn into like a homer into a hedge.
Oh, geez. Homer into a hedge. We have so many Simpsons references tonight. Even Corey Graves at one point, because when Xavier was at the ringside, he says, go back to Shelbyville to one of the guys that is there, one of the fans. Corey Graves then says he is going to make his way back to Shelbyville after he stops at Moe's Tavern and Lard Lad Donuts. Good job,
Good time.
WWE, for making it as nerdy as possible for us tonight. The wrestling wasn't enough. We needed to nerd out on extra things as well. It's possible. We needed it.
Back to the match. El Grande Americano wins with the camel clutch. I'm gonna give it a 3. A 3 banana. 3 banana rating. You know, a passing rating. It's nice.
Okay.
Good match. Good 10-minute match. Good 10, 11-minute match, whatever it means. But speaking about good stuff.
Oh, yeah,
About hot stuff coming up, eh?
Lyra Valkyria is in the back, and she doesn't know what happened with Bailey, but Bailey hears her talking, she hears Bailey shouting in her dressing room, and then Lyra, for whatever reason, comes in, and then Bailey starts yelling at her for being an idiot because she just barged in, and she didn't say to come in, and yeah, that's it. So Bailey is crazy. and Lyra is confused about why she's crazy. All right, that's cool. Next, Rhea Ripley again there on her screen. Just on her screen though, Randy. That's it. No wrestling. But she tells Stephanie Vaquer that she's coming for the next champion. Randy, Steph, honestly, man, just looks like a superstar. Looks completely primed for her run here as women's world champion. I don't think it makes any sense to go any other direction but Steph this weekend.
No, 100%. I hope so, and I hope that's the way.
You are thrown into a position where you have to go here quickly. You wanted to probably wait a year for this, but you are now in a position where go for it. And then Rhea is just going to keep on bolstering the roster every time that she shows up. Even when she shows up in the back for segments, she gets one of the loudest reactions from the crowd out of anybody all night long. It's just any way that she is. As long as she's there on your screen, you'll still benefit. She doesn't need to have that belt. She's probably better off chasing it, actually.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's always best in the chase, right?
Best in the chase, Randy. You got it. And talking about best in the chase, here comes Stephanie Vaquer, La Primera versus Kyrie, the Pirate Sane. And yes, she is still a pirate, even though Asuka is going absolutely crazy. Nice little match we have between these two ladies. Kyrie, however, continues to have Asuka influencing her, either getting involved or really wanting things to happen. Again, we see that nasty dragon screw leg whip, which I love so much. One of my favorite things that you can see in the match here. Takes out Steph's knee for a little while, but she comes back and does a massive dive off of the top ropes out onto the floor. If you watch that replay and you look at Corey Graves' face in slow motion, I don't know if it is admiration. I don't know if it is shock. I don't know if it is pain, but the face that he is making while he is watching Stephanie Vaquer fly through the air with the grace of an eagle is just like he is in complete awe of something mesmerizing and amazing, all happening at the exact same time. Back in the ring, Devil's Kiss rocks Kyrie, and then we get a really nice looking SVB to finish the match, and Stephanie is on her way and on a rocket to WrestlePalooza.
That's it. That's it. All in the cabooses. Everybody's a train watcher. Yeah, this is a great match. Great match. I'll give it another.
Yeah, Corey might have been watching that too. He might have been watching that too. But the face was just. You got to watch the face, honestly, man. It's somewhere in between the meme of Willem Dafoe and somewhere in between some guy sitting front row at a fine roast beef establishment.
That's it. That's it. And when watching trends, you never look at the beginning. You always look at the end. I'll give this match a 3.5. 3.5 banana. Another good little wrestling match. Stephanie Vaquer winning with the Devil's Kiss, which is really weird. I never seen her win by that before, but yeah, definitely different.
What was the setup? She went immediately from one into the other, so it was like knockout right away. Yep. Anyways, okay, post-match, we got Asuka, who is going to glare at Stephanie Vaquer, but here comes Io Sky to break it up. Everybody is chanting for mommy. Guys, just let Io and Steph have their match. Rhea is here. She will be there. We will see her soon. Don't worry.
Yep.
The Vision is ready for the Usos on Saturday. And yeah, that's what's going to happen there at WrestlePalooza. We get a whole WrestlePalooza rundown, and that's it. That's great. The Judgment Day toasts Dominic Mysterio for his win. And here comes Finn. Unfortunately, no Demonito.
Oh.
What's the
He
point,
didn't buy
man?
that. He didn't buy it. WWEshop.com. And for 40s, he missed his third payment. That's what happened. He got repossessed.
They took
the
back
WWE
Demonito?
police. Yeah, WWE police repossessed him.
Not Demonito. And
Judgment.
shout out to Conan to keep calling Dimonito Dimoncito over and over again, even though he hears everybody saying Dimonito like at least 5 times. And that includes JBL, who screamed it out like he was literally seeing a possessed nun every single time Dimonito jumped out of the ring
The
or did.
Conjuring doll. Yeah.
It's true. It was crazy. Anyways, listen, Finn is still not understanding this whole Grande Americano relationship. Rusev comes in, tries to do a handshake. Mysterio says his hands are full. Rusev wants that title match. Okay. We know that. We know that's coming. Main event next weekend. Sorry, next week on Raw.
Maybe.
Dominic Rusev has now been slated for WrestlePalooza.
Has it really? No.
No.
That's confusing.
WrestlePalooza. No, I'm all right. I'll stop doing the Cody voice too. It's not his fault, folks. It's not his fault. I don't think he has a list most of the time, just for those words.
As a
But yeah,
person with a speech impairment, I'm very offended.
I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're not. No, you're not really. You wouldn't keep doing it. But I'm
I'm not.
crying.
I'm going to keep
Go ahead.
doing it.
Go ahead.
I'm going to make sure it hurts.
Judgment
I'm going to
Day.
make sure it stings. Just like the Judgment Day is whatever. Anyways.
I mean, no, sorry, Big Bron. Division. Fucking get them all confused.
The Bronsons, as Jay keeps on calling him,
Yeah.
the Bronsons over and over again, and it doesn't really make any sense because one is Braun and one is Bronson. So yeah, the Bronsons. But anyways, LA Knight and Big Jimmy Uso versus the Vision is the main event of the evening, folks. And LA Knight, man, like you said, Randy, it's like he has no friends and he really has no direction too. He truly has no vision himself as to where he is going right now, right? Like,
Right.
what is next? When LA Knight first jumped over to Raw, he immediately jumped into that could be the next world champion position. Ever since then, it seems like he's just been relegated to these kind of weird feuds. Yes, the Vision is standing in the way of his world title, but what are we going to do to get this guy some good friends, some good allies that are not, bloodline allies, especially?
I don't know. He's like a gatekeeper again. He's turned into the Sheamus or the Drew McIntyre. It's unfair to him because I honestly think he's doing a pretty good job or trying to. And he was over. And at his height, they should have did something with him, and they didn't. And it's very unfortunate.
Well, think about it too. You have Saturday night's main event, you have the faux injury with Seth, and then ever since then, the Vision has really just taken over absolutely everything. And LA Knight is just, he's there. Might be gatekeeping, definitely puts on good promos. He's good in the ring, looks good in his matches, but whatever, it is what it is. Some very heelish moves going on here tonight in the ring, including Bronson Reed even pulling on the hair of Jimmy Uso. Randy, what a jerk, man. What a jerk. Is that why you wore a mask when you wrestled? To make sure that didn't happen?
No, because I was ugly. That's the honest truth about that. And I want to thank the Smack Daddies, and you can hear them on the hub. They want me to do a heritage of a lucha mask. So I, in turn, say to you, Brad the Dad, I want you to do deep down in the history of East Coast wrestlers in the WWE. And I know there are some, so I can't wait to hear that wonderful story. I will do that for him.
Yeah.
And for everyone. But in turn, I wouldn't mind to know some East Coast heritage in wrestling. So
There
I
you
want to see
go.
what he comes up with.
There you go. Yes.
You can find them on the Hub Sports Entertainment on any podcasting platform.
Exactly. Well, let's get to a very impressive point of the match. LA Knight is just throwing hands, running around, jumping all over the place, jumps off of the steel steps, hits Bronson Reed with a jumping lariat, and you're like, wow, that was cool. But out of nowhere, just completely off screen comes a flying, I don't know what the hell, shot out of a cannon, Braun Breaker just throwing a shoulder at LA Knight. And it's one of those things that if you are looking away from the screen for 6 seconds, you are going to miss it. But if you are looking at the screen when that happens, it's the only thing you can think about all night long. And even this morning, I was like, how does Braun Breaker do this? He just comes flying like a maniac. and just flings LA Knight. Listen, there was no doubt in my mind that eventually this makeshift team was going to lose this match. But again, we have the pin and the win going to Bronson Reed off of the Jagged Edge. And yeah, Bronson Reed is just stacking up those wins in these tag matches or wherever they might be. However, he can get those wins and those pins. He's a very formidable threat, Randy.
Against somebody that's in his little vision, within vision range, radii. Can he be the one to go after Seth's title too? I don't know how he's going to get out of that one. But yeah, no, it was what it was. It was a good match. To this point, I'll give this match a 3 banana. A 3 banana, not match of the night. I'm honestly thinking the Stephanie Vaquer match was probably the best. But yeah, 3 banana. But a lot of stuff happening afterwards.
Definitely a much better main event this week than we had last week.
Yes.
The tag component definitely added some more to it. And then all the turmoil that you had going on between Jimmy and Jay and LA Knight maybe lasted a little bit too long in the background tonight as well. But anyways, folks, it still doesn't matter because post-match beatdown is going to happen until Jey Uso runs out with the chair for the save, and he's in the ring and he's trying to help his broski. LA Knight picks up the chair. It looks like he's going to smack Jey with it. They shake hands, but he just pulls him right into a BFT to end the show. It looks like LA points to Jimmy Uso afterwards and says, "Now we're even." We'll see what happens next week. We'll see what happens next week on Monday Night Raw. And also, it might lead to what happens this weekend at WrestlePalooza between these two teams. And wouldn't be surprised if we saw LA Knight run in and try to get involved some way or another.
That's it.
Anyways, Randy, that is the show. So give us your banana rating for the entire show, brother.
Okay, so 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3.5. Carry the 4. Divided by 6. WrestlePalooza, that's a good name. Do I add or minus 1? But plus
WrestlePalooza.
A 3 banana rating overall. Why isn't my finger open? Oh, 3 banana rating. A serviceable WWE Raw this evening. Should be a little better going into WrestlePalooza or any pay-per-view, but there's so many as of late, so definitely better than last week's.
Everything good is going to be at WrestlePalooza, so again, we have to handcuff ourselves. We did have to have the appearance of John Cena, especially coming back to his home state, but by doing so, again, it was just a feel-good promo. Thank you, guys. Cheer for me a little bit. No beatdown from Brock. So I don't know. Again,
definitely highlight of the night was AJ and Seth. AJ Lee, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Becky. That was probably the best thing for me tonight. What about you?
I think it was Steph, honestly. I think Steph showing off in that match is just continuing to show that she's going to be, good in leading that position. That title needs to be on somebody, and it needs to be on somebody who makes your brand look good and can also grow your brand and grow your viewership. I think that this is a great time to put it on Steph Vaquer.
Fantastic. Good point.
And she looks just... Man, honestly, and I don't mean this from any other position besides she just looks great. She just looks great wrestling wise. She's easy. She's easy on the eyes. Listen, and I love her new shirt too. Wrestling is my first language. I love that new shirt because it is completely leaning into the fact that she full on knows she's like working on her English. It's gonna get there. It's gonna get a little bit better. But it doesn't matter. Watch me wrestle. So
perfect.
All right, Randy. Well, that is the show for this week. So if people wanted to hear more of us, or maybe like the Smack Daddies, like you haven't mentioned them at all, where could they go about doing so?
You can go on the Hub Sports Entertainment. We're on every podcasting platform. Look up the Hub Sports Entertainment. On Draw Straw, we are at Draw Straws Raw on the YouTubes. Close to 3,800 subscribers. Thank you very much. Thank you
Say
all,
what?
for that. growing week by week by week. We're on the Instagram at the Hub Sports Entertainment. Go follow the Smack Daddies. They're on Instagrams as well as the YouTubes as well. Just look up the Smack Daddies or go to their website, www.thesmackdaddies.ca, and they can help you out. But what about you, Eric? Where can they find you? Your cheap eats or on the Instagrams or how can they be misfortunate and look you up?
Well, they can find me on Facebook at the Handshaking Team if they want to join any of those. They can find me on Facebook at just my name, Eric Blondon, or just join the Hub, and you can go ahead and tag me there. Comment, yell at me, do whatever you want. Send me fineries. No, not really. Send those all to Randy. He likes his little nifty gifties. Or Instagram, you can find me at Wrestling with Eric. That's without a W and without a G in the wrestling. So, folks, thank you so much for listening to me and Rand as we talk about the haps with the craps. Until the next time, please take care of yourselves and each other and continue to live your lives impactfully.
Live, laugh, and love Dementio, WWEshop.com. Send me some money or whatever to help this funding out for 40 easy payments, whatever. Dementio? And love wrestling. Sorry.
Deuces.
How much does it bother you that they're eating right now?
Eat?
They're eating, yeah. Does that bother you?
What's it called? 4 letters, 1 word. Stop.